To put everything back together. We had a warranty and we didn't have the spare part, so I had to remove the compressor, the filter, and even one of these pipes from my new unit and send them to the customer so he can repair their own. And today we will try to put back everything together, pressure test it, charge it with refrigerant, and let's hope that we can also test the unit. So what do we have here? We have an electric compressor, and this works from 12 volts. Yeah, it's simple. We have a filter dryer with a side glass. Also, we have the evaporator with the expansion valve and a thermostat, and also a condenser. And then again we have the condenser fan and the top cover. So what we will do next is we will try to put everything back together. This was a long time when I took them apart, and after this we will try to make a pressure test first, that to be sure that the unit is not leaking, and after that we will vacuum it and charge it with refrigerant, 450 grams, and then we will try to test it. It's a little bit difficult because it requires very thick wires, and at this moment I don't have so thick wires, but I have something similar, and I'm guessing it will last for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, the time that we will test it, just to make sure that everything works. Okay guys, so yeah, we will get to it. I will be filming this from the top, so I hope everything is visible, and if there's anything interesting I will stop. You have to make sure you have all the O-rings that will ensure that the unit is not leaking, so check to have all these seals in good condition. And besides from that, I don't know, let's see how it goes. Yeah, it also has a pressure sensor which is connected somewhere here on the filter. We will find it. Here it is, I think. Yeah, could be that is that one. Such a long time I took this apart, I don't remember how it really was. Okay, so let's So even after just a few minutes, I had to look at the manual, as I didn't find normal for this pressure switch to be so close to the casing, but this is how it is. Maybe it will modify the distance after I tighten this, but I don't think so, because I tightened them just by hand, but I don't see it moving anywhere. So this is the position. I don't remember it, but this is it. I looked it up in the manual. Well, anyway, let's hope it will be fine. Yeah, maybe this is getting fixed here. I don't know, we will see. Okay, so I think I got everything connected. I connected the nitrogen, and now we will start to fill it up. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that's some oil. We will need to take care of that when we will let the nitrogen out. So I will open, and these are moving from the pressure. Okay, so I will leave it to equalize for about 2 or 3 minutes, then close the valves and see if it's losing any refrigerant. I could also start checking with soapy water, but it's not the case until, because everything is new. So I will leave it under pressure for maybe 30 minutes, and then I will put on the vacuum pump, and yeah, I'm really curious how this works. I never tried a unit like this before, so let's hope we can do that today. Okay, so I left the unit for, I don't know, maybe 20-25 minutes. It's not leaking. The pressure on the gauges is the same as I left it, but I will let you in on something. Actually, when I took this unit apart to send the compressor to the customer, the unit had no refrigerant, and if the customer didn't need this pipe, I would have only now found where the unit is leaking. Here under this pipe, this O-ring was broken when mounted, and this is where the unit was leaking. So I don't know how lucky I've got that out of maybe 20 units that we had, this is the only one that was leaking, and this is the only one I took apart, and I somehow managed to get the one that is broken. So I guess I should put in some money in the lottery. But anyway, now I will just spray a little bit of soapy water just to be sure. I hope you can see this. Yeah, I just want to make sure that there are no leaks here, because I want to start mounting everything together. Yeah, like this should. And this area will be covered up, so I will be not able to see any leaks here anymore. But everything looks okay. So we can go ahead with assembly. There is a foam part that will come here on the pipes, and also I think it will, I'm sure it will cover this hole here. And also this is some tar tape, and this I will have to use around the expansion valve. This is some sticky stuff, like monkey shit. This is how some guys call it. Yeah, so we will do that, put the cap on everything. After that we will release the pressure, and we will try to lift up the unit on something and connect the control panel, everything, fill it up, and try to start it. So let's go. Well, I managed to do it. It's not pretty, but it's okay. This is for insulating the pipes, and actually the suction pipe, more or less, not to have condensation inside the evaporator unit. So let's hope that the insulation is okay, and water drops will not go inside here, because then they will end up in the driver's head, and the condensation from the radiator comes through this hole and comes out to the casing, and I think it just, yeah, it goes out under the lower casing. Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so we have mounted everything together. I had a little bit of difficulties here because nothing in the manual shows where this is coming. Actually, in one manual it's here, but it's another kind of plug, and this one is shown on the other side. I don't know, so it's something really strange, but I guess this is the way they are coming. There's no way this will fit here because the cables are just not long enough. Okay, so I also put plus and minus. It's not the right cable, but let's hope that for a short test they will be fine. I will have to connect another positive to this one because the unit is only working when the engine is running, so this also has to be supplied with a positive from the alternator, but here we will supply it just as a simple plus. We can even make a bridge here, it's the same, and yeah, we will put the cover up. I don't know if we can leave the gauges on, but I think we will manage somehow. It doesn't have to be a perfect fit because it's just for testing. Okay, so I will leave it vacuuming for, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe. It's a really small system, so should be fine, and everything is new. Okay, so now the moment of truth. I filled it up with refrigerant. We have pressure now in the system. I also connected it to the battery. Also the thinner wire is the one for the ignition or the alternator. I have connected the condenser fan, yeah, and also an ammeter to see how much it's consuming, and also a thermometer here so we can see the temperature. We have now 26 degrees. Now I'm not sure on which part will this blow the air. Could be that on this. Yeah, I think so. I think on the front, so it will be harder to measure. Anyway, so we can start. The fan starts. We can see we are already pulling 3 amps. And this little guy will have a hard time keeping up. Well, let's hope we can switch it to max if we need it, but for now we will leave it like that. And let's try to start the compressor. I put a fuse, 100 amps. I hope it will be fine. So let's see. So I can hear the, yeah, and we have 40 amps already. So let's hope our cables will not get warm. So far it's okay, 50 amps, and everything is going up, and we can already hear. Okay, so it switched to another speed. Yeah, but something disconnected. I think the compressor has disconnected. We don't have enough power here, that's the problem. I can feel the unit is blowing cold, but it's not working, so let's try to start it again. Oh, yeah, and now the compressor tried to start again. I stopped it. We can smell something. But it's not from here. Okay, so let's try to switch this to 50 amps, and let's see what will happen. You can hear a boost of power as the compressor is coming in. You can see it's going 40 amps, 50 amps. It's trying to regulate, but the consumption is just too high. I wonder what the voltage is when this happens, but it's pulling. And we can hear it 60 amps, so it's loading so much on the system. Now my wires also are getting hot. So yeah, this is not the way to go, but it is working, it is cooling. I cannot show you guys. Let me try to put this air probe right where the unit is blowing. I should start the fans. Okay, so we can hear the compressor is trying to start again. This will not work. 40 amps. Yeah, we can see the temperature dropping, so it's clear that the unit is working. The pressures are okay. Yeah, but yeah, we need to stop it. This will not work. Really big consumption. So we need a bigger charger here, which I don't have at this time. So yeah, but I guess the unit is working, everything is fine. I'm sorry that we cannot test it anymore, because it's just the amount of current it's pulling. We don't have nothing to compensate it, and the wires are not thick enough either. So yeah, that's it guys, thank you for watching. This was the electrik, and this is rated 3.5 kilowatts, so it has some cooling power, and I can feel it here. I'm sorry I cannot leave it more, but yeah, well, this just tells me that we need a large power supply for testing these units. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice weekend. It's Friday today, and yeah, see you next time. Okay, bye.